Thank you, Mr. Dominic, and that it was really nice to hear Dr. Arvind Kapoor with his thoughts on this. Thank you so much. So, like this is Rajat, Director Investments at Indian Investors Federation. So, like it is a saying that all roads lead to Rome. The way the budget has been proposed, obviously the implementation is actually the key of how it goes. However, the entire focus, when I, as a director of Indian Investor Federation, look at it from different aspects of it, there has been a 360-degree policy framework, or at least an objective based assessment and approach towards agriculture. And my job here, while many of the specialists here have already covered the pointers, but I would like to just patch them together and provide a holistic view how it is going to impact not only agriculture, but broader economy per se. Having said that, first and foremost, it is quite evident that it is a pro-development budget. It is quite inclusive also, because there has been an MSP which is on paddy and wheat, and much of the allocation has gone through that. But above all, when we talk about value chain, they are proceeding towards organic farming or a biofarming sort of thing. And the most fertile area, that is the Gangetic Plains, they have taken it as a part of to implement these things here. So having said that, when they have already talked about increasing the value chain and natural progression towards that, on the other front, to ensure that new technologies, younger generation come into the fold and work on it, we have seen there is a public-private partnership in terms of public research as well as technology or IT services implementation. On the other hand, to have the multiplier effect, funding, because the funding acts as the blood supply. Funding acts as a blood supply for the whole enterprise to go. So therefore, the NABARD has come into the picture to give it the blended sort of the capital on that. But while we are talking about all these things, the impact what we are going to see is startup. There have also been PLI schemes, and there is also a startup based focus. Ki companies or startups which are focusing on technologies adding value to agriculture or agriculture based support are given impetus. This means that many of the venture capitalists, technology enthusiasts will now be focusing on that, because much of the government attention is going here. So whether you talk about technology and drone, because from the private investment space, I will tell you, when the HNI investor or big shots look about investing, they're talking about electrical vehicle technology and drone technology. So these funds go into venture capital funds, and venture capital funds in turn identify those companies which would be making a large scale impact, or the scalability would be there. And if for an example, अगर हम ड्रोन का ही एग्जांपल लेते हैं, अगर फॉर इंसेक्टिसाइड, पेस्टिसाइड, स्प्रिंकलिंग एंड ऑल, अगर वो उसी एक एट्रीब्यूट को लेके चलते हैं, there will be hell amount of money flowing into this segment or a sector per se. So in short, yes, increasing the value chain from the normal chemical based, fertilizer based to the biofarming, agroforestry को support कर देना, यहाँ से startups के लिए कर देना, railways की कर देना, funding के लिए वो करना. So they have tried to sew up and get this whole जो agricultural maze है, उस चीज को उन्हें sample करने की कोशिश की है. The approach is very good because it is a long term impact. It has to be seen like a test match. We won't be seeing that as a knee-jerk reaction happening today, but it is very good for the agricultural community and also for the broader economy. Because one more point, lastly, in next 25 years, that's the opening statement that our Honorable Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said, in next 25 years, that means India at 100, we would be seeing 50% population in the cities. Cities are expanding more and more. More of the village land might be acquired, or the bigger and better cities. Therefore, the money will eventually be flowing into villages. अगर मैं Delhi NCR की बात करूं, from the Jewar also there has been acquisitions of land. 4,500 crore रुपया वहां गया है. The other end is Rewari. So Jewar is if in Noida side, and on the other end Haryana there is a Rewari. There has been a procurement of over 3,000 crore. So where that money has come from? So government has done the procurement. Money has got into the villages and the smaller cities. They are also expanding. उनके नए नए सेक्टर्स कट रहे हैं. So the cascading effect, it would be like anything. with now more renewed focus on infrastructure also, the more money will come into these tier 2, tier 3 cities, and also the villages which are now transforming into the smaller clusters coming forth. So this is my take on it. And from our end, from the Indian Investors Federation end, it's a very good thumbs up to the government. Thank you so much.